Raise your hand. Has the stock market ever made you feel like a victim? I'm sure you've all been there. And instead of having your trading plan and being patient, you now look at your P&L and it looks like a fugly. What the heck do I do? It's Erin Chavla with Trader Foundation Elite Academy, giving you some Mean Girls vibes. Let's get started. Today, it's January 27th, 2026, and it's about 1 o'clock p.m. This week is a huge week. We have earnings all over the place. We have Apple. I believe it's also Meta. I'm using Forex Factory. This is what I use for a lot of news-related events, super crucial in swing trading. Here we have FOMC this week, which means volatility. We have unemployment claims on Thursday, which we happen to always have. And then we also have on Friday, core PPI and then PPI over month. Sorry, a lot of words and I can't talk. So this is a really big week and it also means you have to be patient. Most likely for me in general, I probably will not be finding many trades. And this is the part you get so excited and you're like, oh, I want to FOMO. I want to trade. I want to make some money. You know what? Actually, I analyzed my full year of trades. The ones where I make the most money, I hardly make many trades. I find certain timeframes are my jam and certain setups are my jam. There are times when they present a ton of opportunity all at once. And there are also times I just got to sit and wait. So I'm going to go over some examples of trades that like for me were my A+ setup. But for me right now, is at least as of January 27th today, it means I should sit and calm the heck down. We are doing exactly what I anticipated. We are at all-time highs. We are just chilling. And it's because the news, they know what's going on. We have a bunch of earnings coming up. So overall, the market's like, I need to breathe. But what I want to go over is A+ creme de la creme setup, okay? So for me, my best timeframes are actually when I trade off the weekly. So I am pulling this up. This is a trade that I did a few weeks ago. And I'm going to kind of break this down for you because my setup, it presents itself on every single time frame. But for me, just because I'm a busy mom, I have a toddler that's screaming at me and throwing food at me all the time. I just cannot be glued to the charts on the dailies in my schedule. And because my son Keon, he's at this stage where he just wants to be with me all the time. I love it, but it's a lot. So if I'm going over, this is one of the trades that we had kind of called out within our group as well. And it's MO. This is actually in consumer staples. And I'm going to kind of walk you through and kind of dissect it out. Right now we had starting back in August, and then I'm pulling this up on the weekly time frame. We had a massive dump. And as you can see, this straight up like bearish engulfing candle. And then all of a sudden we started kind of think that it's bullish and then had a big drop, liquidity's grab, but with a strong hammer candle and all of a sudden it's closing at the highs. This was like, this is my setup. This is what I've been waiting for. Because for the longest time, I was just kind of sitting and chilling, just waiting to pounce for the right move. As I'm analyzing this, of course, like massive dump down, liquidity sweep, we killed everyone's stop losses. What do I mean? People probably set alerts right here. And then they're like, oh shoot, this is going lower. I'm going to close. Wall Street's like, joke is on you. We're going to grab all the option contracts. We're going to move price back up and close super strong with intense volume. This volume is at least, a third higher than usual. That I love. That means there's momentum for this move. I believe in this move. This is real. Then what do they do? Well, then they sweep this whole move up all the way. There's actually a daily gap fill and it filled the whole thing and it moved up on a massive ripper. I had specific price targets and I left runners to fill this gap, but then now it's just going on even more. I typically do not like to review trades after the fact, after I close them, several weeks later, because then I'm like, oh, what the heck? It moved up even more and I feel like I'm stalking an ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, but it's okay. For this, it's an educational purpose. In general, I had, certain price targets. I had it first here, which is I wanted to see how it reacts to the wicks right over here, which is at like 59.21. And then I wanted to see if it starts filling the imbalance move, which is the daily gap. And now this is just going on even more. But I just kind of wanted to walk through, this is my setup. I took this trade and I entered and I exited for, I believe like 70% profit because I have specific guidelines on how I do things. I'm very much mechanical. I have some auto close once it hits certain price targets. And then I have it also like leaving it for runners. That's just how I function. And everyone, we work with you in general to see how we do it. Now I'm going to kind of walk you through P&G, and the kicker is the setup's going to be looking almost identical. So what I'm going to do This is P&G. The other thing too, we're going to talk about confluences later on. When we're looking to trade, we train our eyes to look for something. Like, I'm a surgeon in particular for this setup. This is what I gravitate towards. This is what I'm good at. I only need this setup in every single time frame, and this is it for me. Which is the reason why when I actually traded this past, a few weeks ago, I went in on several trades because my setup presented multiple times. The other thing too, I loved seeing that when I looked into certain sectors, this one, P&G and MO are in consumer staples. I saw that it was ripping a new one, and I'm like, this is great. I'm following the herd. I have several ideas in mind that this is where Wall Street is moving their money. I want to follow Wall Street. I don't want to follow retail. So this is P&G at the time, because I entered, it's the exact same week. I entered end of January 5th week. We had same setup. We dropped down all the way to here, which is around 137.76, an area of support. We had a strong hammer candle. If you look really, really closely, you can see the lower hammer candle. We swapped a little bit lower. I played this because I saw, all right, we swapped a little bit lower. We have above average buying volume. We closed strong with the hammer candle. And where do I see price moving up forward? Well, I set alerts along the way, and ultimately my price target was 150. Yes. Did it go up higher? Yes, but I'm not going to catch the full move. And this is the part when you're like waiting for the full on move, and then your P&L looks like a fugly because you wanted every single thing. You just want to catch portions of the move. That's the key, because then you're not FOMOing, and then you're not like, oh crap, my P&L is down like 60% or so. You just want to pace yourself, kind of go in one step at a time. But if I'm dissecting this overall trade, yes, this is what I trade, and these are my setups. This is what I look for in every single time frame. And so sometimes I'm going to have weeks where these setups present multiple times. Like for instance, MO, P&G. There was a few others, but I wanted to kind of go over this because I did a full write-up. But in general, these setups will present a lot of times at once. But then like as of right now for me this week is a whole lot of nothing, honestly, because we have FOMC, we have earnings. I want to be smart. I want to wait on the sidelines. Does it? Yes, sometimes, but there's also peace too when you're not in a trade and you're just straight up chilling and you're just kind of waiting. Because the other thing too is I know there's going to be a tons of opportunity presenting. We're like snipers basically. Just going to wait until that opportunity presents itself. The market is trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen. The limit does not exist, but it does definitely exist for your bank account. Comment below, what is the most difficult part of trading, whether it's just being patient or actually doing the execution. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.